All right, we're going to talk about the new search rope that's going to come out on the ladder companies. The rescue companies have already got them right now. Every rope should be identical. You should have a carabiner, a plate on it that signifies what company it is. The new rope is a Technora, a nylon blend. It's a little different than what we've had in the past. The RIT 900 that we've had has more Technora in it, so it's more fire retardant. But this rope is pretty pliable. It's easy to maneuver and pack in the bag. It still has the fire retardant material in it, just not as much of it. It has a nylon sheath and a nylon and Technora core. So if you were to get into a hot enough environment to melt this, then it won't melt in two. You still have the Technora in the core that's going to hold it together, and it's about half the price of the RIT 900 that we've had in the past. The other problem with the RIT 900 is some bags were 125 feet, some may have been 185 feet. So now every rope that we have on the department is exactly the same. They're identical. Every rope that we bought is 154 feet. That some of that goes to knots, so I don't think you'll end up losing 4 feet total, but you'll end up somewhere with 151, 52 feet, something like that. And that's what you see here on the front of the bag, has 150 feet embroidered in it. Each bag that we have is exactly the same. They have our company patches on the front of them for all the rescue companies, and then all the ladder companies as well. So you should be able to see this. It looks a little nicer than being able to write it in a Sharpie marker or something like that. And then it has the 150 feet embroidered on the front of it. I'll show you a little bit about the bag, and then I'll come back and talk some more about the rope. The bag, we had them add a second Velcro strip that you can see here. That way, if you're in a hurry, it doesn't get stuffed as much or as quick. It's not as neat, and you can still get it Velcroed around. It's a relatively similar bag to what we've got now. It's just a newer version of it. So it's about 1.5 inches wider, 1.5 inches taller. And then we had them install. Lieutenant Hargraves worked with EVAC, the bag company, had them install this drawstring on the top, so it's a lot like a stuff bag like you're going to see with our rope rescue bags. And the thought process behind that is if you cinch it down, have to pull some rope, and then were to change directions or something like that, then you can pull a bundle of rope up, stuff it on top, and fold it over and not have to repack all of that. The bags have metal clips on each side and a metal seatbelt buckle on both sides of it. So no matter which side you get, you can get out of it if you were to get entangled. So the bags, you should be used to them because they're just a newer version of what we got. They're just a little bit bigger so that the rope's not packed so tight in it. Back to the rope itself. Like I said, it's a Technora blend with nylon. It has a reflective stripe in it. You can't see it really well, but it's in there. So that may help you and it may not. Well, the one thing that we really liked about it is our older ropes have a series of knots that can tell you whether you're going in or out, whether you hit 1 knot first or 2 knots. The system that we've decided to go with are these cones. And if you look at that cone and envision it shaped like an arrow, as it tapers down, the pointed side is going to point towards the way out. So if you're running your hand along the rope and you hit that and it stops, you can feel that you're on the bigger end. So that's inside. Go towards the smaller end as it tapers down, that's going to point you to the outside. You've got one of these every 25 feet. So at this point in the rope, we're 25 feet in. As we pull more rope out, we've got 2 roughly 1 inch apart, and that's going to be 50 feet of rope out of the bag. As you go on, there'll be 3 cones for 75 feet, 4 cones for 100 feet, and so on and so forth until you get to the end. And one of the things that's nice about that is whoever's managing the rope can let the company officer know when they pass through the bag, pass through their hand, that how many cones you feel and how deep you are into the structure. And then if something may be needed from command, you can also let them know that you're approximately 50 feet in the structure, something to that effect. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email, give me a call. It's just something quick that the administration wanted us to do to let you guys see this stuff and have a little bit of training on it before it come out to your company. Have a good day.